up, everybody? Welcome back to another Six-Man Blitz episode. I got my co-host today with me, Mr. Ryan Wynn. We feeling good, after the blizzard had touched us. It nicked us a little bit. How we doing
Trying to
today?
take us out. Feeling good,
Nah,
man.
for
You know
real,
the
man.
Lakers, the Lakers looking good, man. So I can't ask for too much more than that.
They look really good. Even
They
better than
looking
the
nice.
Nuggets, to be honest. And the Timberwolves.
Absolutely.
Who else is left? um, but we got a great show for you guys today. We're gonna get into a lot of NBA content, a little bit of NFL. We're ready to break it down for you. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, now let's start off with the Lakers. This is a great time to talk about them. I know we've had some changes. It's been fluid about them. I said they were pretenders. You was holding out faith. You said they were pretenders at one point, but now they look like contenders. How are you feeling about your squad right now?
I said it early on, like when the season first started, that if LeBron could play a role and not be the starter, I think this team could succeed. I really didn't think that he would be the guy that's getting 11, 12 shots, and the team has been playing amazing. Marcus Smart has been playing awesome, which I think that was a great
21.
addition to the starting lineup. Yeah, just knocking threes down. They tried to hide Jokic on him, but you can't hide Jokic on a knockdown shooter. So he had two of the biggest plays of the game as well. He stole a ball from Aaron Gordon, laid it up. That was huge in overtime. And then he hit that big three. Both of those are clutch plays.
And yeah, the defense I feel like has even been playing well as of late. I mean, we haven't even been able to say shit about DeAndre Ayton. He's kind of hiding himself a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's been garbage. But I will say this. And I will say this. He was my defensive MVP of the overtime. Obviously not the whole game.
Okay.
He had a rough game, but in overtime, I think he had 4 points in the block shot, the offensive rebound as well. Those were really huge plays in that game. I think he needs to have a little bit more motor. Like even when he blocked the shot in overtime, I think he could have saved it or at least attempted to save the ball, but he just
Uh-huh.
has no motor, and it's almost like he's not invested in the game when he should be. But he definitely played well in overtime and helped facilitate that W.
Nah, that was a huge victory, and it took everybody. And I mean, this season, Lakers are 2-1 against Denver, and Denver, I feel like they're losing their mojo. This is not the same team. I mean, they looked really good at one point in the season, but since of late, they've really lost themselves. We talked about Cam Johnson not being what he's supposed to be this season. But this Jamal Murray, I mean, bro vanished.
You know, he vanished, he did, and what I will say is this: every single time the Lakers and Denver have played over the last 4 years, the ball always bounces Denver's way, no matter what. Like the
Yeah.
ball somehow always finds its way going into the basket, or the Lakers will steal a ball, but it bounces off somebody's leg and goes to Denver. They score. And the similar things were happening in this game. But what I can say is Jamal Murray shooting like 1 for 14, excuse me, or whatever he shot from the field. That the Lakers can't bank on him ever doing that again.
No.
Like you barely won, and their second best player like played probably the worst game of his career. So they got to get that figured out.
Yeah, for sure. But Reeves, Luka's been on a crazy run right now. I saw like some MVP ladder, and Luka wasn't even in that shit. Think it was Victor Wembanyama, and then you had Jokic. Who was the other one? I forget. It was the SGA.
Shay,
Just
Shay,
those three. And it's like, well,
probably
how good
Cade, maybe.
Luka's yeah, how good Luka's been playing. He should be in that conversation. I mean, he's been dominating. And the Lakers right now, they're the 4th seed. Like, how confident do you feel like they could get more of this play and this in the playoffs?
Lakers are the 3 seed right now. And they got two big games versus Houston back to back. They play them tonight, and then they play them again. I believe on Wednesday. If the Lakers can win these two games, they will put themselves in a really good position to be in a 3 seed. On your note about Luka, I absolutely think he should be in MVP conversations. All of the betting apps had the Lakers under over for games at 47, meaning they thought that they would land around 47 wins. This team is destined to get 53-ish wins, which will be impressive. and the fact that they be the 3 seed with Houston out there, the Nuggets, of course, Minnesota, the Clippers are really good. If the Lakers can finish 3, I don't think Luka will win MVP, but he should absolutely be in a conversation, top 5 candidate for it.
Yeah, and it's just been a nice turnaround. Love what the Lakers been doing, and I mean, like, who would you want to see the most at the 3 seed right now? No, get the 6 seed. I mean,
I would love if the Lakers could finish at 3, and I would love if the Rockets could fall to
yeah,
6. I think that would be the easiest first round matchup for them is the Rockets due to their lack of experience as well as their lack of consistency. They really only have one player that has both, and that's KD, where Lakers have like 3, 4 players that are pretty good and consistent with experience. And then also, if they can lock down that 3 seed, they would be able to see San Antonio in the second round if San Antonio comes out, which with their
that's
lack of
huge.
playoff experience and expertise, that gives the Lakers another opportunity to go to the Western Conference Finals if they could get that path.
And I think that's a huge win for this season, for how it looked, for completely turning things around. Yeah, Austin Reeves when he's playing like that, when Luka's playing like that, Marcus Smart gives you 21 and he's hooping on defense. Yeah, they got a shot. They got a shot, even against OKC. OKC's look fantastic though. SGA's been on a tear, but I'm just like really kind of confused with what's been happening with my team, Minnesota. They've kind of fallen off a little bit. Houston, nowhere to be found either. Um, so it's really interesting how things are panning out right now. Lakers look good. It's a good time to be a Lakers fan right now. What would you say? Who are your playoff dark horse teams if you had to gather 2 to 3?
I don't know if the Celtics would be a dark horse, but man, the Celtics, they look phenomenal. They've looked
Yeah,
phenomenal since the season started. They were the 2 seed before Tatum even got back. Tatum is ramping up. He will be MVP form Tatum before the end of the season rolls around.
you look good too.
I
Yeah,
think I think they're coming out the East, but they might not be a dark horse because they're the Celtics and they got a championship under their belt. I love the way the Hawks are playing right now. The Hawks are on like a 9, 10 game winning streak. I don't think they could beat the Celtics, but I would not be surprised if they could knock out like a Cavs or a Magic or something like that.
yeah, the Cavs are a team that's been on the down tread. They really need Jarrett Allen back. Evan Mobley's, kind of been a little inconsistent. He'll give you one dominant performance, 18 points the next game. But Orlando Magic,
Yeah.
they've been playing really well lately. And it's Paulo Banchero after the disrespect. I think I did a video or two talk about how he's been cheeks this year. But
You
now
saw
he's
the
really
video.
yeah, he's been playing really well. The Magic as a whole have looked good. Let me pull up their win streak right now. I thought they been on like 8 game win streak or something. Let's see,
They 7 game win streak and
seven
the
game
Hawks
win
are
streak right
9.
now.
Yeah.
Hawks look good too, but these are now 2 teams that I think will, like you said, they'll push, a Cleveland or a Detroit to 7 games. Could even be an upset. Right now, the East is looking pretty tough. Anything
Open.
could happen. With very open. Boston right now, like you said, I'd probably give them the nod for being the best team right there. Um, I know Kawhi just sprained his ankle, but the Clippers are looking as good as anybody too.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of the first years in a while where like I feel like it could just be a toss up. Like
Mhm.
Western Conference, Eastern Conference, like I really don't know. Simply because I know the Thunder are good, but I really don't think they're going to repeat this year. I don't think they're going to. So
It's gonna be
somebody has to
tough.
beat them. So that means if the Thunder loses, somebody else is going to win. And I couldn't tell you who, man, but I do love your take on the Magic. They've been awesome, and they've been without their second best player in France. So we'll see what they look like when he comes back. I don't know. Are they going to do the Tatum approach where they are like, okay, this is our one of our franchise players. We're just going to throw him in the mix, throw him in the starting lineup, or are they going to bring him off the bench because of the chemistry that was built? I'll be interested to see what that looks like. But if the season ended today, it looks like the Magic will be playing the Cavs in the first round.
7
So
games. 7
that would be
games.
interesting. That would definitely be interesting. That'll be fun to watch.
And hopefully with, Harden's luck and the Cavs' luck, it don't go to game 7. Hopefully they
No.
can win that shit in game 6 because they cooked.
If it goes 7, it's over with. Magic.
Um, but yeah, so I like the Clippers and what they've been showing me. Darius Garland, Benedict Mathurin. One take I had before the show that I was thinking is the Clippers won that trade. The Harden trade, they won the Zubac trade because Mathurin's averaging 20. Darius Garland looks good. He's, had a couple 20-point performances. He's been facilitating at a high level too. They're gonna have some cap space or they're gonna have enough money to add another starting caliber player in their lineup in free agency next season. So, hey, Clippers, I don't know what they do with Kawhi, how good he's playing this season.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with you, and I think that the Clippers won both trades. The NBA today, outside of like, there are maybe like three, maybe four centers that are like legit with like Jokic, AD, Joel, maybe Sabonis, those types of guys. If you're not one of those guys, Karl Anthony Towns as well. If you're not one of those guys, the center position is tough to be like a star in. You got to just be a star in your role. The game is ran off of wing players now. So Matherin is a wing player. They call them 3 and D wing guys, or you want to call them guys that can stretch the floor, put the ball on the floor, guard other wings, get to the free throw line. That's why I really do like the Matherin trade because he's legit in that asset of the game. And then Garland, I wouldn't necessarily say that they won the trade, but he is the younger guy that has more upside right now. Since he is so young, we know what Harden can do. He's going to be 20 and 9 assists every night for the next couple years. Garland, we really haven't seen him like touch his peak yet. Hopefully, we would say
Mhm.
that. So I'm interested to see what that looks like. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year.
Yeah, that's where my thought is right now too. Like, the Clippers, I wouldn't say they're gonna go out there and go all the way this season, but like with Kawhi, with him playing to the level he's playing, he's gonna come back from his sprained ankle. I'm not too concerned about that. But next season they're gonna have some opportunity to make something work, and then I think the following free agency they're gonna have a lot of cap space. But with this team, like, do they keep Kawhi? Do they try to go for it again? Or do they continue building that young? And they have a top pick in the draft potentially if it floats their way instead of the Pacers' way with the lottery.
Yeah, honestly, the Clippers, man, they somehow captured the AC right now, and it doesn't look like they're gonna give the AC up. The Warriors have
No.
just been one of the worst teams in the NBA since Steph went down. Um, I honestly say like the Clippers have a really good shot of upsetting whoever they play in the first round, whether it's the Thunder or the Spurs. They can upset either team. It it doesn't matter who the 7th seed is. It's the Suns right now. If it stays Suns versus Clippers, I think the Clippers can win that game, even on
In
the
the plan,
road,
yeah.
and they will play the Spurs in the first round, and I can really see them beating the Spurs in the first round. Like, Kawhi is that good, and
I'm gonna
Ty
call
Lue is also
Kalshi.
that good.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that bet in that they win that shit on Kalshi.
Yeah, and then the Lakers gotta see, the Clippers. And we know how Luka plays against the Clippers, so
That we've been waiting for
and you don't
that
gotta
playoff
travel.
series.
You don't
No.
have to travel. That'll be the craziest playoff series of all time because there's no home court advantage. Like, you don't have to fly. You don't have to get in late to a hotel. Like, you get to sleep in your bed the whole time. That's awesome. So I think the Lakers will like that as well.
I think that's the playoff series I would want to see. And I
Yeah.
think that would be really fun to watch. Would be interesting to see how the young guys do. I mean, Benedict Mathurin was pretty good for the Pacers in their finals run. Has a couple big performances. I don't know
Oh
about
yeah.
Garland. I don't know whether he'll show up or not. They got some young guys on their rotation. Jordan Miller, Kobe Sanders too. But Ty Lue, Kawhi, you can't count those guys out. And when it comes to beating LeBron, Kawhi Leonard does it the best. He's up there on that category. The infamous meme where Kawhi's checking in and LeBron's like,
He's like,
uh,
he's mad as hell.
he couldn't hide that shit. Uh, but no, yeah, the Clippers are definitely a team to. I think realistically they could upset the Spurs, and then they'll probably. I don't know if I'd take them over the Lakers in that playoff series. I'd give them a shot, but any further Western Conference Finals, I don't see them being a championship contender this season because they got some holes still. Center play is not that good, but against DeAndre Ayton, that's a good center matchup. Brook Lopez versus DeAndre Ayton, we'll take that. That's the
Yeah.
one where it's not as lopsided. So we'll see what happens with that. One question I did see that Twitter was talking about. Um, they said if you put Kawhi Leonard on the Rockets and you switch him out for Kevin Durant, the Rockets are the second seed in the West and they're a better team.
I don't really know, honestly, because Kawhi has been, dude, that's tough to even think about, man. Wow. This is what I would say. This is what I would say. KD is an all-time great in terms of putting the ball in the basket. Like, I don't know if we've ever seen anybody do it the way that he's been able to do it from three, from two at the basket, at the free throw line. Like he's 7 feet shooting over other 7 footers. It's so easy.
Yeah.
But Kawhi is like Michael Jordan. Like he really
Yeah.
got game for real. Like he really got game. Like there's no game plan for either one of them. It's hard to say. Like the one thing I would say about KD is when KD's on the team, they typically make the playoffs and do well outside of when he was on Phoenix. Other than that, I mean, KD takes his teams far pretty much every year. So you got to give respect where respect is due.
Mhm. And I think Kevin Durant right now in the position he's in, he's that scorer they need, but I feel like they need a little bit more. Um, but I don't know. I do see a little more upside with Kawhi on that Rockets team defensively. I think he's more. I mean, not to say Kevin Durant's not a leader, but I think as quiet as Kawhi Leonard is, leads by example. He's that guy that people are going to follow. You see what the young Bucks are doing with the Clippers now, following Kawhi because how good of basketball he's playing right now. The Clippers were able to go from like 6-21 to a seed right now, locked down pretty much right now. A quick turnaround off of his play. So yeah, if you put
Mm.
him on the Rockets, I think that's a better team.
I would also say this. Kawhi is playing exceptionally well right now. He's averaging a career high in points, I think at like 28 a game, which is nice. But Kawhi is he has to do more on his team. Like he has to do more. Whereas Kevin Durant, he has Sengun. He has a young A-Man Thompson who's out here trying to get to it. He got a young Jabari Smith on his team. Where Kawhi got, like you said, the Sanders, the Brook Lopez, Matherin in there too, Garland, but
Bunch of
he has to do
rotational
more to
guys.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to do more to win. So when Harden was over there, he went averaging 28. You know what I'm saying? He was at like 26 or something. When Harden left, he's like, all right, I got to get to it. So
It's been nice to see Kawhi Leonard do this because he could just change and mold what he needs to be for the team. I mean, he could usually coast by with another co-star next to him, load manage all that. This season, he's been straight to getting buckets. Every game, it's
yeah.
been easy, scoring at a high level. Yeah, personally, I think Kawhi would elevate the Rockets a little more. We talked a little bit about OKC and how good they look right now. Who's the team you are picking to take them down? I feel like it's the Lakers that you're gonna say, but who is that team if there's another team?
Yeah, I would say the Lakers or the Clippers. If the Clippers somehow get in the 8th seed, I think OKC could get upset. If
They're a
not, I don't
nightmare
see
matchup.
nobody else. Yeah, I don't see anybody else beating them. Not even really the Nuggets. But I can see the Lakers beating them in the Western Conference Finals. If somehow, some way the Lakers matched up against Denver in the first round, which I would hate to see, I would actually pick Denver to win in the first round. Um, and then OKC would just get all the way there, unfortunately. But yeah, I think the Lakers are the Clippers.
Yeah, right now it's tough to say because, like, Minnesota, they turn it on in the playoffs. They could eventually just, knock off a Lakers, knock off a Denver, just off of just it being playoff basketball and them finally figuring things out. The Denver Nuggets, too, championship pedigree. But right now, you got to go with the Lakers with how good they've been playing. And if they could play better, if they could play to this level defensively, Marcus Smart being a great addition. If Luka's continuing to give you 30 a night, like the OKC has no answer for that, really. Austin Reeves too, like they have no answer for that. LeBron James only gave you 17, but it was impactful. He's jumping on the floor for loose balls and shit. Really, putting himself into that role for whatever the team needs. DeAndre Ayton being good in overtime. So yeah, I think OKC is going to have a tough run at the playoffs. I don't think it's going to be easy, whoever they face. And I'm interested to see how challenging it is for him because Jalen Williams,
Yeah.
yeah, we haven't seen him all really that much this season.
And a lot of people might see the video, see this clip, and say, "Oh, what about San Antonio?" Like San Antonio won 3 out of 4 matchups during the regular season, or 4 out of 5, whatever it was. You need playoff experience to win in the
Yeah,
NBA. Like you just need it. Like there aren't. Do people think OKC just woke up one day and just won a championship? Like no, they were bad. They became good, and then they had a few playoff runs where they lost some, won some, and then they
I think
finally got
Dallas.
over the
Yeah,
hump.
Luka sent him home that one year. No, with
Yeah,
Kyrie.
Luka sent him home. Yeah, yeah. But it took time. Like, no, I think didn't Ant-Man? I think Ant-Man sent them home. I don't know who sent them home that year.
They got sent home.
Because they got sent home. But what I would say is like the Spurs, they're a good team and they might win a playoff series this year, but they're not going to win a championship because they do not have the experience. One thing about basketball is it's cool in the regular season. Like you could beat them in the regular season. When it comes to the playoffs, coaches are making adjustments every
Yeah,
game. Like the way that you guarded me this game, I'm not guarding you the next game. And you have to get used to that pace. You have to get used to the whistle changing because in the playoffs, these little weak fouls they call them, they don't call them that much in the
I working.
playoffs. So
Yeah.
the whole game changes and it slows down. So I don't think the Spurs have a chance because of that reason.
And I think too, like a team like Minnesota, like we've seen Victor Wembanyama when he gets an opponent that's physical on him, they kind of really like it changes the game. Detroit was able to, be a little more physical with them and make things interesting. So playoffs teams like Minnesota, OKC, what they're able to do with all the defenders, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be different. But I do think the Spurs versus Thunder would be a good, fun series to watch. But I see them getting knocked out before that, because they're both the second seed, the first seed, so they would have to see OKC in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if I
Mhm.
can, predict them to get to that far and get to that point. So yeah, right now it's looking like the Lakers are the biggest threat. In other news though, interesting news. The NBA is gonna have a meeting to talk about the expansion and Seattle, Las Vegas getting teams. How big of impact do you think this is gonna have on the NBA, and like how much do you think this is gonna change things if this goes through?
It's going to change things a lot. It's going to be something that none of us have seen in our lifetime.
Yeah,
We've
it's crazy.
seen We've seen teams change. We lived through Seattle going to Oklahoma City. I mean, shit, we saw New Orleans Pelicans, you know what I'm saying? Like we saw the Bobcats change their logo
Yeah,
to the Hornets. Like we've lived through some type of events, but we've never seen teams get added in our lifetime. So the fact that they will be going from 30 teams to 32 teams, it will change the game a lot. And I even read something like teams will have the opportunity to save like 8 players and then everybody else is just like kind of up for grabs for expansion purposes. So I'd be curious
damn.
to see how this would look. Um, but it would definitely be exciting. It would give fans excitement, like, oh wow, like 2 new teams in the West. Minnesota might move to the East,
Yeah.
or the Pelicans might move to the East, or I read that the Grizzlies might move to the East. So it will be exciting, and I think it will be fun, and I think it will be good for the league. It'll take some getting used to, but the plan was different, and I think it was good for the league, and we're used to it now. We enjoy it. I think it'll be the same with expansions as well.
Yeah, I was looking at somebody who dropped a blueprint of what it would be kind of. Memphis and Timberwolves will be in the Eastern Conference, and a division would be like they would put it 4 teams in each division: Minnesota, Milwaukee, Detroit, and Chicago. So the Bulls would have to see
Wow.
Ant-Man. But could you imagine like a Jason Tatum Boston Celtics versus Minnesota Eastern Conference Finals? It would be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy for sure. I'm glad LeBron getting up out of here before all that happens, though. So, because even if they approve it, I mean, we're talking, it might take years for it to actually like come about, like
Yeah,
come into play. They could approve it tomorrow. It might take 2, 3 years for it to actually happen. So, who knows?
be interesting to see. But I definitely think You throw Ant-Man in the Eastern Conference. So he's gonna be putting up some Braun numbers, bro. He gonna be in that shit every year. The Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolutely. East has been weak forever.
But I definitely think that kind of balance is needed. I don't know what a Las Vegas basketball team would look like if that shit if they would be any good.
Hell no, they're gonna be out gambling too much.
For
They're gonna be
real.
having fun. You
So
gotta be
yeah, it would be
disciplined in Vegas, like Miami.
oh yeah.
Miami and Vegas, you got to be disciplined.
The Dolphins, I don't think they've won a chip yet. Dan Marino wasn't able to win a chip, and we see how Tua and them boys in with the Dolphins have been able to do recently. Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.